A continuación vamos a ver 50 frases financieras en inglés. Quiero que te concentres en repetir la frase en inglés solamente, en pronunciar tú mismo. El significado en español de cada frase lo podrás ubicar debajo de cada imagen, pero trata de no leerlo en voz alta, ya que lo que queremos es que cada vez tu cerebro esté más habituado a pensar en inglés y de esta forma cada vez sientas más natural hablar por ti mismo y fluido en inglés. Ok, vamos a comenzar. The company's revenue increased by 20% last quarter. The company's revenue increased by 20% last quarter. We need to analyze our cash flow for the fiscal year. We need to analyze our cash flow for the fiscal year. The profit margin is essential for assessing performance. The profit margin is essential for assessing performance. Our main goal is to maximize shareholder value. Our main goal is to maximize shareholder value. Interest rates are likely to rise next quarter. Interest rates are likely to rise next quarter. Assets must exceed liabilities to maintain solvency. Assets must exceed liabilities to maintain solvency. Diversifying investments helps reduce risk. Diversifying investments helps reduce risk. The stock market is experiencing high volatility. The stock market is experiencing high volatility. Financial forecasting is crucial for budgeting. Financial forecasting is crucial for budgeting. The return on investment was higher than expected. The return on investment was higher than expected. The company is exploring cost-cutting measures. The company is exploring cost-cutting measures. We aim to achieve sustainable growth. We aim to achieve sustainable growth. Operating expenses should be minimized. Operating expenses should be minimized. We've allocated funds for expansion. We've allocated funds for expansion. Effective financial planning drives profitability. Effective financial planning drives profitability. Our liquidity ratio is above the industry average. Our liquidity ratio is above the industry average. We'll review the quarterly earnings report. We'll review the quarterly earnings report. The budget deficit needs to be addressed. The budget deficit needs to be addressed. Profitability depends on sales volume and pricing. Profitability depends on sales volume and pricing. Risk assessment is part of the investment process. Risk assessment is part of the investment process. We are seeking external funding for growth. We are seeking external funding for growth. The financial statement shows a positive trend. The financial statement shows a positive trend. Our assets include real estate and investments. Our assets include real estate and investments. The debt-to-equity ratio is improving. The debt-to-equity ratio is improving. We have a strong balance sheet this year. We have a strong balance sheet this year. Effective cash management supports operations. Effective cash management supports operations. Financial audits ensure transparency. Financial audits ensure transparency. Inventory management affects cash flow. Inventory management affects cash flow. Debt restructuring may be required. Debt restructuring may be required. We monitor expenses to avoid cost overruns. We monitor expenses to avoid cost overruns. The company's valuation has increased. The company's valuation has increased. Capital investment is essential for growth. Capital investment is essential for growth. Sales projections are based on market trends. Sales projections are based on market trends. We have a contingency plan for economic downturns. We have a contingency plan for economic downturns. Tax planning can optimize profitability. Tax planning can optimize profitability. Our investment strategy is conservative. Our investment strategy is conservative. The board approved the annual budget. The board approved the annual budget. Cost of products sold affects gross profit. Cost of products sold affects gross profit. We are improving efficiency to reduce costs. We are improving efficiency to reduce costs. The financial report is due next week. The financial report is due next week. Our main source of income is product sales. Our main source of income is product sales. Interest expenses impact net income. Interest expenses impact net income. We achieved a strong return on equity. We achieved a strong return on equity. Market analysis helps guide investments. Market analysis helps guide investments. Creditworthiness is important to obtain loans. Creditworthiness is important to obtain loans. The annual report shows stable growth. The annual report shows stable growth. Our credit rating was upgraded. Our credit rating was upgraded. Cash reserves are essential for stability. Cash reserves are essential for stability. We'll negotiate better terms with suppliers. We'll negotiate better terms with suppliers. Short-term investments provide liquidity. Short-term investments provide liquidity. Gracias por ver este video completo. Te recomiendo repasar cuantas veces necesites hasta que logres leer todas las frases en voz alta de forma fluida. De esta manera cada vez te sentirás con más confianza de hablar en inglés. Nos vemos en la próxima.